Hey guys, good afternoon. Here to update you guys on the fast and to give you guys a testimony. I wanted to wait until after the fast was over, but I don't think I can. This is too exciting. And there's still like 27 days left because it's day 13. And God is so good, right? So I have a testimony, and this video is gonna be all in English, and I will do one separately, all in Spanish, for the sake of your time, and just so so that people don't get confused. I wonder if it actually helps people that are learning either or language, either one. So guys, this is so awesome. So as you guys know, some of you guys might know, I'm not gonna share too many details just because I know that this video is out for the public and I don't share personal things publicly. This is somewhat personal, so anyway, I'm not gonna get into too personal details. So as you guys know, some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not know, but either way, I don't mind sharing that. I'm a minister, and I'm a deliverance minister. So if you don't know what that means I deal with people that have spiritual struggles, as in they see or feel demons at home in their everyday life, and so they seek help. And so I deal with the people that come to me. I don't really advertise myself as such. God just sends the people that I need to see, right? And so anytime that I fast or pray, I always ask for God's wisdom and knowledge and understanding and discernment, so that we can be in tune, so that God can help me help these people, right? Because most of these people that come to me are people that have exhausted their options. They've gone to doctors, they've gone to psychiatrists, they've gone to pastors, they've gone, and so they have not been able to get helped. And I'm a very straight up forward person, and I do have the gift of teaching. So I don't just speak out of my butt, if you want to say that. Like, I don't just sit here. Like, I sit them down, let them know who I am, and I let them know like the situation. Once I hear them out, and then I tell them, this is what I'm understanding and this is what I'm getting, and so here are your options. And I like to be straight up with people. Like, sometimes they're like, bro, the only way you're gonna fix this is by doing this and by doing that. And so anyway, with that being said, I think it was last week, maybe not even a week ago, where I just started noticing that I have just people, I wouldn't call them patients, I wouldn't call them clients, just people that I need to minister to, and that they're being a little more, I'm having them more continuously, as in, like, I'm done with one person, next thing you know, I have two more, like, waiting for me to help them, and so on. So I started just to invest thought into it, and realize, it would be a good idea if I find a place, maybe a building, maybe something, to where I'm able to do this, and I don't have to go meet people at their home or them meeting in my house, for different inconveniences and so on, and sometimes they can't meet me at my house, or sometimes I can't meet them for whatever reason, right? So started looking into an office, and I contacted one of my very good friends, and sisters in the faith, who's a realtor, and I was like, hey, can you be on the lookout for, and I kind of gave her what I wanted, and she knows my ministry, so she said, okay, I will definitely be on the lookout, and God will provide. We both kind of said that, like, God will provide, and I mean, I'm already, as it is, paying bills and stuff, so I'm like, God will provide. If this is for him, he will provide, and he will give it to me at this budget, and I'm willing to work a few extra hours just so I can pay the rent for this. So to make the story short, I don't want to go into all details, but I went by a place yesterday, And as I was speaking to, I noticed that there was an office. There's a few of them actually. So I kind of just looked into it, and I thought it was ideal. I was like, this is ideal. I really like the place, and it's close to my house, and they can meet me here and all this. So I spoke to the person that owns it, and I just said, hey, and explained to them, and they know also about my ministry. I said, I only need it for ministry purposes. I'm like, I need to meet people, and how much do you charge, And so to make it short and sweet, the person said I could have it for free. Like God went above and beyond. Like, I don't even have to do the budgeting. Like, it's just like, it's here, it's for you, it's around the corner from your house. Like, I don't even have to drive far. I don't have, it's so awesome. Like, and the little place, it has some furniture. I don't know if it's gonna be included in it, but if it is, it's like, you don't understand. The type of furniture that's in there is things that I've been trying to buy online and used because, my budget. And it just seems like every time I'm about to buy one, like, it's already sold or something. And so it's just awesome because it's like, that would be too ideal, but God is too good to be true. And not only that, like, obviously there were some things that I want for the little office that I would love to have there, that would help people just relax and feel comfortable while they're talking to me about their problem, and or while I'm explaining to them what's going to take place and so on. And just looking online, I found some really good deals. But I also said, okay, Lord, like, if this is of you, you're going to bring the money. And he always does. But here's the deal. I don't ask people for money, and I don't receive money. Like, I don't ask for people. I don't charge for what I do. Because when I get people, when they've exhausted their options and they come to me, they're like, well, how much do you charge? Like, even they're willing to pay whatever money that I asked them for, because they've gone to the psychiatrist, they've exhausted, like, they've paid all this money to get an answer that says you're okay, or to get more medication, and they know that's not what they need. So when they come to me, they're like willing to exhaust, give me all this money, and I'm like, no, I will not charge you. I will not take your money. And I tell them, like, okay, I will receive your money, and if at some point I'm in need of that money, I will use it. Like, and I'm saying in need, like, as in, something went wrong with my car, whatever, and I have no money and there's no food, or I need, I need it. Like, what I normally make is not gonna cover it, and I need it, like, as a need, not want. I will use it. But they are aware that whatever money is given to me is, and I don't need, because I don't need it. Right now I'm paying bills with whatever money I'm getting from work. Then it gets sent to different ministries overseas that deal with orphanages, and sometimes I give them the option, like, hey, do you want us to go to an orphanage? Do you want us, to different places that deal with orphanages or widows and the poor, the elderly. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna need some things for the office. And I said, Lord, I looked at some options, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go low budget, of course, but still make it look nice and homey, and like I said, comfortable for the people that are gonna come in there and meet with me. And I just kind of started doing a list in my head and looking up things, and I found some great deals. And in my head, I'm like, if this is of you, then you bring the money, right? Like I said earlier. And you wouldn't believe how God does these things, but he does. And sometimes, very rarely, it will be through people. Very rarely, it will be through people. And it has happened in the past, and that'll be for another testimony. But where I will say that, I said, Lord, if this is from you, and because I can't afford that due to my budget, and I only work, certain number of hours. I don't work full time because I dedicate some time to ministry, right? And especially deliverance takes time. You have to listen, you have to, all that. So anyway, the times that I've said things like, I can't afford it, so if this is from you, then you bring the money. And people will come to me, sometimes strangers, or sometimes people that I do know, and they will literally give me money on my hand and say, this is from you. God told me to give it to you. And I would just say, amen. Thank you. God bless you. I'll count the money, and it's exactly the money I need. Or there's times when people will give me money in advance, and I'm like, and they're like, well, God told me to give it to you. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll take it from them, but I'll leave it there because I'm like, that's for something. And I know, and yes, it will. Like literally, like within days or whatever, God would be like, I need you to give this much money, or I'll meet someone. They're like, hey, and somehow in there, I feel that they need a certain amount of money. I said, hey, I will give you this much money, and they're like, yes, like, you know, that's exactly how much I need. So anyway, that's how God works. So this time I'm telling him, if you want me to do this, you know, I already have the office, I already have this, I already have that, I just need this and that, right? And I'm shopping online, I'm looking for the best deals. I don't mind that it's off brand, I don't mind that it's used. And I do the math. And so anyway, I'm just kind of looking, thinking, I'm like, God is so good. Did you guys know about last week? God already made the money. The money is there already. Like, he already sent it to me, and it's there because I don't use money unless I absolutely need to. And it's very rare that I use money for me. Any money that I invest is usually to end up making products that I'm gonna sell and invest in ministries overseas, like I said. So anyway, to get to the point, last week or so, I got a phone call from a random bank, and I didn't pick up the phone call because it was from some place I didn't know, so I just didn't pick it up. So I get a voicemail, and they're telling me, hey, I'm so-and-so bank, I need to talk to, and they say my name, and so I called them right back with the fear in my thought. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know why. The first thing that came to my mind was somebody tried to open an account with my name on it. So I call them, and they're like, oh, hey, we're just calling to let you know, like, you have a certain amount of money with us, dollars, right? And I'm like, what? Like, so again, I'm thinking, maybe, I'm like, how did that happen? Because it's under my name, they have my number, and they're like, well, you were here. And I did. There was a place that I hadn't banked with them, but apparently I had banked with another bank. And so when I moved from that city to where I am now, I thought I had taken all my money, right? But apparently, according to them, I still had, like, it was a good amount. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, so we are this bank now, but before we used to be. So anyway, everything was legit. So they sent me that money. I have it already in my bank. Of course, you guys know we had the stimulus check, but that's done. That's there for something else, for another mission trip situation. And as of today, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been struggling and praying with a company that I sell my products through. I have some products that I sell, and I invest money into that company so they can help me sell the products faster. And I invest my money, I give them my products, and I couldn't get customer service, and it was when a hassle, and I was so frustrated, and I literally was praying today, and I'm like, I need to get in contact with them because I just wanted to close the account. It's not the time right now because of the COVID-19, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get my products and I'll sell them however I can. I've been trying to do this for like a month, right? Ever since I probably got back from the mission trip, and I'm very frustrated. I'm emailing them, and apparently they were trying to call me. So they found, literally, like, I prayed, and maybe I don't know how long after that, like, they call me and we get in contact with each other. So I'm talking to them, and because they noticed my frustration, like, through the emails, I'm like, hey, I have no missed calls, I have no voicemails, you're telling me you're calling me, whatever. So they decided to give me back, like, all the money I had invested in them since I've been with them. And so literally, because of my inconvenience, and which is, I was so frustrated, guys. So I end up getting a good amount back. It's not like thousands or anything like that, so don't worry. But it was just, like I said, the few items that I needed weren't much. But let's just say I think the total will be around $300. And so with the amount that the bank gave me back, because it was mine, and this amount that they're gonna put back in my account, it's gonna cover that. So I'm just amazed, because I was here, like, literally I just prayed, and I had just told God, like, if you want me to be in that office, if you want me to buy these items, then bring the money. And always try to make sure that this money does not come from people, like or that if it does come from somebody, it's someone that God said, I need you to give this money to. Because the money I send overseas is because God puts it in my heart. I just send it. Like, I have no attachment to any material stuff, any material things. So guys, and this is just day 13, like, I can't wait to see what God has in store throughout the rest of these 40 days. And I hope that you're receiving the same testimonies. If you're not, I just want to remind you, God is faithful, and He will. Even if it's after the 40 days, sometimes that will happen. I've done that in the past, where you end the fast, and you don't get your answer or your solution or whatever until after the fast is over. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm very excited. I have an office now. I think I can literally start Monday. I can probably even start today, but I'm just dealing with other things. I'm trying to get everything together. I was not expecting this. So I'm happy. I have an office to do ministry. I have the money to buy the few pieces of furniture and stuff that I'm gonna need and want, so that people can feel comfortable and at peace and feel God's presence in this place. And to God be all the glory, because it was Him who put everything, the office, the money, my calling, and pray for me. And God bless you guys. Keep happy fasting. Continue fasting, guys. Bye.